Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 right now, and what I'm going to do is I got an idea from a commenter who said I should go over some ideas and tips and stuff I can give for completing some of the parallel quests, or PQs as I call them.
Greetings.
But yeah, I can do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over what some of the best skills for completing PQs actually are, and I'll show them off in this very video. I figured what I could do is just go down the list of skills that are in the game and show off which ones are the best ones to use. So we'll start off with the strike skills, like the strike supers, and then we'll go on to the ki blast supers and then the ultimates and all that. So the first one is Super God Fist. That's that move where I just lunged forward and punched him right in the face. I'm trying to use it again, but you can see he's running away. And one of them just guarded. Yeah, it's not very good for multiple opponents, but against a single opponent, you can do some tricks with it. I'll show off one of those tricks as soon as I can move again. When you're done, Deborah, that's fine. Yeah, you can land it off a knockback. As you can see I'm doing here. I even did that off of the heavy strike into the knockback. Any combo hit that knocks them back, you can usually combo it into Super God Fist, which is pretty good. You'll beat up Deborah with it a bit. You can see it does do decent damage. You can also equip this onto a lot of the custom characters, including Hit. And Custom Hit actually does pretty decent damage with it too if you build him around doing strike damage, which, well, it's Hit, so you totally should. The next one I'll go over is the Strike Super that, from what I've seen, does the best single damage of any of the Strike Supers in the game. I'll show it off once I break Cabba's stamina here real quick. Yeah, these guys can get kind of cheap, but I can get cheap too. That's right. Now watch this. Wrong move. Here it is. This is the Kamehameha boost. You can see I knocked his health down pretty hard in a couple of hits, but the build I have on my custom Goku has another thing on it. I can build the damage of it using the Super Soul I have equipped. And I'll talk about Super Souls too, and which ones are the best ones for dealing with player quests. Yeah, I just fired a couple of those. Now, I also have Super Saiyan, obviously, on Goku. Right now it's Super Saiyan 2. What I want him to do is get close to me. It's best done if you break their stamina, because then you can combo into it. Goku can also combo it into that knock-up move if you're at the top of the stage. But yeah, Frost will make an even better test subject for it. Make Goku go Super Saiyan 3 for this demonstration. I'll show you how much damage Kamehameha Boost can do. Unless he just guards my heavy strike. You guys are not being nice to me trying to make this demonstration right now. Because these guys do cheat. I will not deny it. They will do things that no player could do. Like that. He shouldn't have been able to do that. Come on, vanish. Now I want his stamina low so I can break it. Now you're in trouble. Now watch this. This might even kill him. Look how much damage I'm doing. Remember, these guys in this particular PQ take less damage. So if you get a high enough key and just keep using that, you can destroy enemies like that. It's best used in one-on-one situations, since other comms and higher level PQs, they'll try to shoot you with their regular ki blast to interrupt that combo. But if you use it right, even with a character... I used it with my custom Goku, who has a strike build, but anybody with a high enough strike super build could do really devastating damage just by using Kamehameha Boost after a stamina break until you run out of ki, or until they recover their stamina, and that means you can kill most people outright. Another skill you could try is Power Pole. There's a Super Soul you can get which will increase its damage by XL, as well as drains ki from an enemy hit with it. which makes it really good. You can use it after a knockback or doing certain combos, and you can see how much damage I'm doing. This is Beerus in the PQ-122. I've almost beaten him, and that's before Whis has even talked, and I'm not using any Awoken skill with Blaze. She has a 125 and Strike Supers, and combining it with that Super Soul, you can see I beat him before the conversation even ended. Plus, it'll keep the enemy from being able to use anything on you, because they won't have any key to use skills. You can hit him with this. Hit him with Power Pole, and you can see 18 lost key when I hit her. I can also do that on a knockback hit, although she dashed into me and started doing that nonsense. Just endless shoot while her teammates help her combo into me. You can see I hit light, heavy, heavy, and did that double kick with the female Earthling, and that allows me to do a knockback that kicks them up into the air, and then from there you can hit them with the Power Pole. You can see I hit Boo there. I think it also drained his ki, since he did block it. Yeah, this gives another good skill to consider if you're doing Strike Supers and want to complete, like, parallel quests. Just equip this skill with the Super Soul, which you get in the TP Metal Shop when it's available, and it'll do good damage. You can see I beat these guys pretty easily with it when they're not double teaming me or reading my inputs. Next we have our first counter move, Burst Rush. You use this whenever an opponent's about to hit you, and you'll do this counter move where when they hit you, you'll hit them instead and do this combo. Most of the counter moves in the game I'll go over, since they can be real useful in PQs if you know how to use them. This one does pretty decent damage and is a strike super, so it's something to keep in mind if you want to counter enemy attacks. I'll also show off a cool trick if I can make him do it. I'll start attacking Kaba here. If I don't get to show it off, I'll just say what it is. Yeah, right there. When the enemy blocks your attack, if you see them blocking, interrupt your own combo with the counter move. Almost every time I've done it, the enemy CPUs will attempt to immediately start hitting you back. And if you do the counter right as you stop attacking them while they're blocking, they will go for an attack, hitting your counter, and you will get your counter hit on them. Just show it off a little there. You can see you can even stop them from grabbing you. So yeah, I'll go over counters and which ones work and how much damage they do and what kind of skills they are throughout this video. Here's a fun skill that works pretty good on enemies. It's called Sledgehammer. Now you interrupted it by doing that, but if you can get it off, you can just repeatedly hit them with it and do lots of damage as long as you have ki. You can see I just crushed Kaba with it after he turned Super Saiyan. Yeah, the first build of Hit that doesn't have Pure Progress has Sledgehammer, but it's also a fairly common skill, so a lot of characters, like in the cast, have it, and you can, of course, give it to your strike-based characters. Another good attack you can use right after a knockback is Raccoon Kick. It'll do good damage if you're a strike character, and you can use it when if you land it, you'll gain a temporary buff to your physical damage, like just basic strikes. The next couple of skills on down the list are the sword skills. There's Shining Slash, and then there's Burning Slash. Shining Slash you can use kind of like a teleport attack. You just hold down the weapon and you'll use the sword to strike. The other is Burning Slash. You can use it in combos as the combo ender instead of your regular attacks. And if you're a strike build, you'll do a lot of damage. Though you do have to keep in mind that these particular skills are exclusive to Earthlings and Saiyans of either gender. So if you're playing as a Namekian or a Frieza race or a Majin, you won't be able to use these sword skills. The next skill I want to show off is another one that can combo into itself, is Final Cannon. You can see I'm playing in my custom pan and using it. You throw a bunch of quick punches and with a kick that launches the enemy up. If you're at the top of the map where the invisible ceiling is, you can actually combo it into itself into like your basic moves again. Usually if you do that though, the combos will escape the combo like that. And again, since it's a strike super, you can boost it using super souls that boost your strike attacks. Like the one I have on Pan, which is the one that gives you S boost to strike supers whenever you use a Kamehameha, up to 6 times. Yeah, usually though, you want to save this move for when they actually break their stamina, because if you don't, they'll usually try to escape it. They'll use moves like that and such, like their evasives or their vanish. But you can see here, I can keep comboing into it. I can do a lot of damage that way to Frost here. And yeah, this will do a lot of damage. Another fun skill for great combo potential is Deadly Dance. You can see here I was able to get it on a knockback. Yeah, because you're up close and do that, you can usually use it in as basically any part of your combo, which basically gives you additional strings. And it does good damage too, if you can hit with it. It's better to actually use it in combos than to just throw it out willy-nilly. Like here, you'll see I used this on Nappa here. Went for the stamina break and missed. There we go. There's the heavy smash. And yeah, you can, as long as you have ki, you can keep extending your combos with it. Let's try this. Goku's probably going to get in the way, but that's another thing I'm going to have to cover is allies and such. But if I break Zamasu's stamina, which I failed to do there, and now he's in his mode where he just guards everything. Yeah, I'll go over the comms and what they like to pull, the ways they cheat. Yeah, you can see here, now I have Zamasu in that. Goku is fighting tooth and nail to keep me from doing the combo to Zamasu. But as you can see there, I still managed to get some decent damage in there. Next skill is Pressure Sign. This is a counter move, just like Burst Rush was. It's one of Vegito's supers. You'll do this taunt, and then if they attack you, you will do a counter where you kick them. You kick them away. It does good damage, and it works against any attack. Whereas Burst Rush, it has to be a basic strike or a strike super. With Vegito and with the Pressure Sign, it can be any attack and it'll work. I'll even counter the Sphere of Destruction with it. So yeah, that's a pretty good move too if you want to counterattack as a strike character.
I'll never give up.
Here's an attack you might not have expected to be one of the best. Hercule has his Dynamite Kick, which you can equip this on your strike character. Like, you might think this wouldn't be a very good skill, but look how much damage it does if you knock them to the ground with a heavy smash and then fully charge it up. Now, if you could teleport with this move as a Super Saiyan, it might have been the best strike super ever. But another one of Hercule's skills that is also pretty useful when fighting is this one. The Rolling Hercule Punch. You can use it to escape. It's basically like an escape move almost. Like by itself, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it gives you what is essentially another kind of evasive move. The boss version of Hercule actually has a version of it that hits multiple times and does a lot more damage. As you can see, you'll take a bit of damage if you're hit, but you have super armor while using it. So yeah, you can roll away like that and avoid attacks. Plus it'll go right through whatever their offense is and hit them. Here's another skill that's pretty basic, but also really useful, is Meteor Crash. You saw there, I missed with it. You can't really get it on a knockback, but you can use it as instead of a combo finisher that would knock the opponent away from you, and you'll just start rushing into them and hit them a bunch of times. It costs some ki to use it, but it does do decent damage, and the enemies won't be able to vanish out of the combo while you're hitting them with this. They can only evasive out of it. And since you hold down the button, if they go for an evasive and you see it coming, you can let go of the button and you'll just backflip away instead of getting hit by whatever their evasive is. Yeah, Meteor Crash can be a useful skill against these characters. Like, there's also that. If they start blocking, it might even be worth going into a Meteor Crash just to prevent them from being able to counterattack after your combo ends.
I never imagined someone like this existed.
I'm using it on Jiren right now, but it's a basic skill that most characters get access to in the cast, and you can, of course, give it to your characters. I think this is even a skill you start the game with. The next couple of strike skills that work pretty good on people are from Whis. There's Finishing Blow and Strike of Revelation. They're both pretty similar to each other, but you can combo them into them.
Don't let me show you the pride of the Saiyans.
Basically, if you use Finishing Blow in a combo, you'll knock the opponent down, and you can teleport to where they are. You can see with the Whis, it does a lot of damage to use them. I find it's best to use them together. And if you have a strike character, or a character at least with a high strike super build, that can do some serious damage to your opponents. And you mostly want to use it during a stamina break, since they can escape it using like simple vanishes and such. So you can see there, he vanished when I knocked him back and attempted Final Blow. If you use it out of a combo, you just kind of swing at the air, which isn't very helpful. Another good counter move is Super God Shock Flash, if the other Goku will let me use it. But yeah, you use it to stop strike moves like you do with Burst Rush. It's not as useful as Burst Rush, I feel, but it can still be pretty good if used properly. Next up, we have what could probably be one of the best counter to any kind of Ki Blast ultimate. He's talking tough now, but wait till he sees the best counter to his ultimate in the game. Go ahead, Fire Emperor's Death Beam, I dare ya. Here it is. Shadow Crusher. This will counter any Ki Blast in the game, and you'll rush in and hit them. If they're doing an ultimate, if they're doing a Ki Blast ultimate like Emperor's Death Beam, the attack will break their stamina. And as you can see, I'm wrecking Golden Frieza with it. Here, I'll show off another fun combo potential one. This is Critical Upper. This one you get from training with Dodoria. As you can see, I can use it to combo my heavy attack. Look how much damage I did. I've already got him in his Super Saiyan mode. And I even stopped him from hitting me from behind. And again, this is not even having equipped my Awoken skill on Blaze. I already did all that damage to him. Here's one probably a lot of people already knew about, is Aura Slide. You can use Aura Slide in your combos, and the best way to use it is when you, after a knockback, you use it for the forward push. You see it holds him in place, and then you get infinite with it. But yeah, you can also, you don't have to use a knockback at all, you can just combo into it. And of course, you can just use it like it normally is and get 3 hits in. Another thing it does is a back hit. I'll see if I can get the back hit strike to work. I don't think it's as useful as just the forward thrust that you get by holding forward while performing the move. Yeah, you can see here I'm going to get a big combo on Frost using it, the way most people do. I did the back hit, but it didn't work. There it is. Yeah, the back hit isn't as useful, but it can still be good. I'm sure most people already know this, but its time skip moves are pretty powerful. He's got a few of them. There's Jump Skip Flash Spike. There's the flash skewer. Here it goes. Watch this. You can see he tried to burst dash and hit me from behind, but he got countered by the time skip backbreaker. You can actually use that to counter just about any attack from behind. This includes when the opponent vanishes or goes for the burst dash like I demonstrated. Another pretty useful strike skill is it's pretty similar actually to Super God Fist. It's called Savage Strike. Like Super God Fist, you can use it to hit an opponent after a knockback.
Don't underestimate.
But if you hit the input again, you'll do a downward punch that sends them flying. It'll send them flying downwards, and it does increase damage. Another good, pretty decent counter is Rough Ranger. You can use it against Ki Blasts and against strikes. Against long-range attacks like Ki Blast, you put up this barrier whenever they hit you. At close range, you do this counter where you kick them and do a lot of damage. Another move people like to use is this one, the lovely Cyclone. If you use it, it will give you a boost where you'll increase the amount of damage you do to your opponent's stamina when they guard your moves. The real use of it, though, would be to extend the length of your other buffs, whereas if you use it all the way, it will extend moves like... It'll extend boosts like the ones Ribrianne gets when you perform her full combos.
Does my love scare you?
And you can also use it on other, like, power-up moves, like the Ginyu Force poses, meditation, and even Ribrianne's own formation. I'll go over all the power-ups and what they do in another video. It's going to take me a while just to get all of the strike supers out of the way. You can see I got another buff, and then I can extend the buff to keep it from running out by using Lovely Cyclone all the way. Although Lovely Cyclone does have another effect. You can counter it, you can cancel it by hitting the button again, and you do a shoulder tackle. Though I think most people prefer it for the power-up extensions. Next move I'll show off is Dragon Blitz. This is like a better version of the Dragon Fist. You can use it after a knockback, and it does roughly the same kind of stuff. You can see how I can dash in and hit him. I'll try to get him in a combo that shows off its real potential. Yeah, you gotta kind of follow it up with a couple of moves. Like you have to hit forward while hitting the input button to get the additional attacks. And as you can see, I just did that. Now I want him to do something in particular. That'll work. I can knock him back, and then if I hold forward and use Dragon Blitz, he'll teleport to where he is. And you can keep doing that. Yeah, so you can throw in that teleport kick along with it. It's basically the better version of Super Dragon Fist. It also works against enemies at long range, as you saw. I just teleported all the way to where Frost was and just hit him with the combo before he even knew I was going to be there. One move that actually has not only pretty decent damage, but good utility. It's not that one, because I'm going over the strike supers. He's dodging, of course, because he doesn't want me to demonstrate it. Is a Holy Inscription. You can do additional inputs with it, and it's kind of like Aura Slide in the way it works. Like if I break his stamina, I remember how to with the Supreme Kai of Time, since I don't have it equipped on other characters. Yeah, you can get some great combo potential with it on your character, since you can hit it with a knockback, as you can see there. And if their stamina's broken, you can hit them like once or twice with it, and then extend your combo from there. But the real utility of it are the Supreme Kai of Time's other moves. I'll go over them while he beats me up. The Kairos Cannon will actually summon more of the balls that it summons. I'll show that off as soon as I know he's not going to hit me and make me lose all of them instantly. You can see there, it sends out these little orbs that'll attack him. He destroyed them all with that explosion. And what it also does is it will make you able to fire more than one temporal holy ray at once. You can see it does good damage, too. Again, Kaba has a lot more defense than other characters here, since I'm doing one of the DLC PQs. Yeah, I got a couple of them, so I'll throw out that to get him to come over to me. I'll show this off. You hit him 3 times, and then you can extend the combo. Takes some ki to do that. Here's another interesting skill. Most people will use this one a lot. This one is Soaring Fist. It's normally an Ultra Instinct Goku skill, but you basically fire a shockwave with your fist. So it's a long-range strike skill. You can use it on knockbacks to get combos, extensions, and it does decent damage. You can use it real quick to get a quick shot off. And you can also use it on knockbacks to get large damage. So if you want a ranged attack option as a strike character, this is probably one of the better ones. Last skill we'll go over to show off some of the better ones for strike characters is Burning Shot. This was a new move added to the game with Pycon. But yeah, you rush forward and hit the target, which means you can do it on knockbacks, and you'll always fly forward and do that to follow up with. Sometimes it can be tough to catch them, of course, because you'll have allies who knock them away. But if you can get the hit in, which is real easy to do, again, on a knockback, you'll be able to hit them, knock them back. You can even do it again and again when their stamina's broken, as I'm showing off here. So it's a great little homing move. Just be sure you actually hit them. If you're facing the wrong way or an odd angle, you might not actually land it. Yeah, you can just keep that up if you want.
Exceptional warrior indeed.
Alright, that covers all the strike supers. Looks like I'm going to have to make a whole series on this guide of what are the best skills to use on PQs. So yeah, in the next part, I'll go over the Ki Blast supers and show which ones are the best ones for using in raids. So yeah, until then, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you for the next one.